Hey everyone, I'm Shelly. Some of you probably haven't met me. Our family's gotten so large. It's exciting to have a big family. Looks like I'm trying to film. Okay, let me start with a quick introduction just to see how this goes. Like I said, I'm Shelly. My maiden name is Shelly Ray Webb. Mom gave me the name Ray from Gramps, from her maiden name, and meemaw Ray. So I wanted to kind of focus a little bit on them, and I'm just going to go first from memory of what I was told, basically. And I think the theme is going to be perseverance and challenging times, and how our family has experienced quite a lot. So, I'm in the RV, so I don't have a good background, but we'll just go with it. And that I believe they live toward Post Oak, and I can show you where that is. His bull got out through the fence a couple of times, and the neighbor shot and killed him. And Gramps was in 3rd grade. He did get to finish 3rd grade, but his family needed income and he realized he had to work. It's no longer there, but we had a factory that it was hot, dirty, putting in the coal in the furnace, and that was kind of his job. So 9 to 10 years old, he went to work to help take care of the family. He had several sisters that were going to go ahead and go to school, and they were needing some shoes, and he took on that responsibility from the tragedy of losing his father so young. He had to step up as what I would say as a child. So I know that part of the background. And from meemaw Ray, she had a short diary with a few things documented, and one was she was born in what used to be Indian Territory, and it was just north of Sherman. And apparently that was something that was of interest to her. And then I do know that meemaw Ray is Oneida, Virginia Wood before she married Gramps. Gramps had 2 little boys. And in a later video, I'll explain what I remember, what I've been told. And then I'm hoping that you guys can help fill in the gaps so we can have a fuller history. And I'll probably move it too much, though. Maybe I can just edit this out. I'm just not very good at this stuff. But I am willing to try. I'm going to put something right there. I don't know. Let me hold it and see what happens. Okay. meemaw Ray, when she was a little girl, she called her sister Willie, that was 2 years older than her. And when she was 7 years old, her mother died. And she talked just a little bit about how they were crushed. She and Willie became very close, and it was tough. And she said that her father was a traveling preacher. His family had some land up in Arkansas. I think it was this side of Little Rock. The Texas side, there was some land there. And they went, Willie and meemaw, which I think they called her Oneida. I think they went by that name instead of Oneida, Virginia, which eventually became Ray, would ride with their father in the wagon, and they went from this side of Little Rock, and they went in their wagon and would stay, sometimes a week, but they took this path down to Texarkana and hit what is now Highway 82, which wasn't much of a road back then. And then it was a pretty long trek. They came through. Blossom was one of the spots that her father and Willie and herself came through, and they became friends with some people that they would stay with. He would preach, earn a little bit of money to go on to the next spot. So their trek they took quite a few times. It was through here on all the way to Sherman. And then once they got through that part of the year, then they would come back and he would be able to preach again at the new places and learn about his congregation. And she said he was more on the line of being a Baptist preacher, but in Blossom, meemaw was invited to go to a Church of Christ, and she felt really at home there. So she was part of the Blossom Church of Christ. I think Gramps was actually baptized in his 90s, and he died at 95. So I have a lot of stories to tell, and as soon as I gather information from others, then we'll be able to add to it. One of the things is, like everybody remembers, is that the Ray family got together there at the house in Blossom very often. And in order to get things ready, meemaw Ray made awesome pies. And we all knew there would be pies everywhere, homemade pies. And often it was beans and cornbread, since that would kind of help keep the meal down as far as expenses go. Yeah, I've got so much more to share, and I look forward to interviewing some of our